Hello and welcome. It's Scott Moldenhauer from the Persuasion Consultants. Sales consultants, sales coaches spend a lot of time wondering, hey, what's the best way to start my call? What's my angle here? So I want to give you a suggestion from the world of social psychology that starts with this premise. And the premise is that doctors are more interested in what they have to say than anything that we have to say. We're going to pick up on this fundamental rule of human behavior and weave it into getting a strong start during your sales calls. When you think about how most sales reps start their sales calls, they say something like, hey doc, I wanted to share something with you today, or they start with a question. That's not a bad way to start a call. That's a pretty standard way to start a call. But psychologists tell us if we want to immediately pull the physician into the call, we make a slight adjustment to our focus. We go from saying, I want to share something today, to saying something like, hey doc, last time I was in, you said something interesting. Pause. Wait. Or last time I was in, when I was in recently, you mentioned something that not only you're doing, but I'm beginning to see that other physicians in the community are following your lead and doing it too. Notice what we're doing here is something very simple. We're going from putting the focus on I to putting the focus on you. You said, you mentioned. What this does is provides two benefits. Number one, when you begin by quoting the physician, you immediately engage the physician's ego. Number two, and importantly, you provide a psychological hook. When you say something like, Doc, last time I was in, you mentioned that when treating patients of this type, the number one priority is tolerability. What that does is it immediately establishes a standard, the physician's own standard, for starting the process of agreement. If you've ever been in any of our courses, you know that this is part of the law of consistency, the idea that physicians, that people are motivated to behave consistently with their previous comments and statements. You no longer have to spend time during your call establishing a criteria because the physician has already done that for you. You are starting from a position of strength.